Hi, it's Darnell with Way Over Recipes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make chocolate bars. Basically, I'm going to do it two types of ways. Basically, the first way that I'm going to show you, I'm going to be using ingredients that are really easily accessible for you to make your own chocolate bars using cocoa powder. The second way that I'm going to show you how to make chocolate bars going to be a little more complicated, going to involve ingredients that you'll probably have to order out for and such. But I want to show you both ways. The second way is more the way that chocolate bars are really made, that are made by real like chocolate makers. The first way is a way to make chocolate bars, but it's not really the way that uses like cocoa beans that are roasted and such. But I'll show you all that in showing you that method. But we'll start out with the easy way. And so let's get cooking right now. Okay, so for this cook of the chocolate bars from cocoa powder, we won't be using the Ninja Double Oven. We'll only need the induction cooktop. It's pretty simple and easy to do. Once I show you, you're going to probably be like, wow, I never knew. But 3 easy ingredients. This is 3 tablespoons of an organic cocoa powder here. I've got a 1/4 cup of butter, basically 4 tablespoons. And I'm going to be using a tablespoon of raw honey as my sweetener. And so I'm basically going to go ahead and get the butter into the pot here on the New Wave Pick Gold. And I'm using the Pick Gold because the ones I had before, I learned you drop something on them, that glass top breaks, and then you got to get yourself another one. So that's just something to keep in mind with these induction tops. The coating here is glass. Once you drop something on it, it's done. But basically going to go ahead and do a low for just 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm going to go ahead and melt the butter. So I'll bring you back once the butter's melted. Okay, so the butter is melted. And so now I'm going to basically take and get a tablespoon of this raw honey and put it in here. And I'm going to use this spoon to kind of catch the excess honey that drips off. Well, I guess I can use the lid to catch that excess honey. I don't like any excess honey kind of dripping on the side of the jar, so I'll just do that there. And I'll use the spoon to kind of scoop out a little bit of the extra off of the tablespoon there. Like that. That's pretty good. Let me get this out the way. And now that I've got that in, I'm going to go ahead and take my cocoa powder and just kind of shake it in gently. Just kind of spread it out in there. Like that. You don't want it to be like too clumpy. You know, if you see any clumps in your cocoa powder, try and get those out before you pour it in. And now I'm just basically stirring things up to mix it up well. It's all nicely mixed up. So it's just a nice, basically chocolate combination. The butter kind of helps give it a binder. The sweetener from the honey, gives a little sweet taste. So basically this is done. Basically at this point, I've got a chocolate mold here. I'll have to remember to put these on the Amazon shop where we're going. Nothing in this video is sponsored, but you can find the Amazon shop link in the video description. This is going to stop the induction cooktop and just start pouring. Try and get it even and gently into the mold as best I can. Let's see what I can do here. Alright. Got just about enough to fill the mold. Well, just enough to fill the mold once you start kind of getting the excess out of there. Let's see. Yeah, there's a good bit more still in there I can scrape out. That's alright. I'm going to get that. Don't want to miss out on it. So there we go. I think I pretty much got it all. Almost. There we go. So that's good to go. That is good to go. We basically got our chocolate out. Now the hard part, the hardest part of this whole thing is going to be getting this mold off of here into the refrigerator. I want to refrigerate it for at least an hour. But I'm going to have to get like a plate or something flat under it to try and move it, because, you know, if you try and kind of hold it, you might kind of mess it up. So I'll get this into the fridge, let it set for an hour at least. Alright, so for my cocoa powder chocolate bar, I basically let it sit in the fridge for more than an hour. But we'll let you have a look at that. That's how it looks. It comes apart pretty nice and easy. Let's go ahead and do a quick taste test. So thank God for some homemade chocolate. Let's taste. Tastes good. With the butter base, it's not as firm as chocolate that would be made another way or made more like traditional chocolate bars. So you do want to keep it refrigerated or to get pretty soft on you. But it turns out good. It's just a way to make, you know, chocolate at home if you wanted to, with easy to find ingredients. And so to make chocolate bars from the cacao beans, I've got some organic cacao beans here, and going to go ahead and get a bunch of them poured out here onto the bake tray for the Ninja Smart Double Oven. So just get a whole bunch rolled out there. I think I'll get more, because basically I'll have to later chop these up, and I'll need to have enough to really, I'll show you, make like a good paste and such. So I want to have a lot of them, so I guess I'm going to just exhaust the bag. So I'd only used like a small amount of them earlier, so this is basically the majority of the bag going into the pan here. And so this is a one pound bag, so let's say this is a little less than a pound that's on the tray here, but you could use like a full pound if you want. And this will make a ton of bars, by the way, a ton. So I'll be making a lot out of this, Lord willing. But we're going to go ahead and get the cooker started. I'm going to go ahead and hit the bottom button. And so with that, I'm going to have an air roast. So I'm going to go up to air roast. And I'm going to take temperature up to 325. And I'm going to do for time, do a solid hour. So go ahead and hit the button. Let things preheat. We'll get this on here, in here in a few minutes once the preheat's done. Alright. Just pausing while I open up. Get things in here on the bottom rack. I will not be moving these at all for the full hour. They'll just be sitting there just like that for the full hour. And so I'll bring you back when they're done. So I've let these roast for the full hour. So now I'm going to go ahead and get them out. And I'll just set the pan aside to cool down, but I'll let you have a look at them now that they're well roasted. Let's see if I can get a little closer for you. There you go. Get this under here. There you go. I'm going to set them aside. Alright, so I've given the cacao beans time to cool down. And I've got my induction cooktop here because I'm going to be heating up a little bit of organic cocoa butter. You really don't need to use any if you don't want to, but I'm going to be using a little bit in my chocolate bars. So while I'm getting the skin off of the beans, I'm going to be heating up maybe just a couple of these, couple blocks, not a lot, of this organic cocoa butter, or cacao butter, whichever way it's correct to say it. But while I'm heating this up, I'm going to be getting the skin off of these, and I use my bare hands for this because it's easier to feel but you basically can just, once things are heated up, well heated with these beans, the skin comes off really easy. So just kind of take it off here. And so you see a bean without the skin. That's how it looks. So just put it over there into the food chopper. Going to continue that process till I get those all chopped up. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to have this heating at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So let that heat, go ahead and get the skin off of these. Okay, so I got the little less than a pound of cacao beans, all the skins off of all of them. And I will say that the process of getting the skins off of them by hand can take hours. Even for this small amount can take hours. And so like each one doesn't come off as easy as the one I showed. But you can use like a butter knife, a real dull knife, and kind of like just scrape, and then it makes it easier to get a piece of skin off and pull the rest off. But still all the same, it can take hours to do it right. And the reason why you want to do it right, because the skins have a lot of lead, and you want to get all that skin off because you don't want to be eating lead, you know what I mean? But basically because of cacao beans coming naturally from the earth, there's going to be lead, there's going to be cadmium. That's just part of their growth and coming from the earth. So you want to get the skins off because they got a lot of lead in them, and basically that helps to make them less harmful to you when you eat, you know, basically these things. And I will say that there are ways to wash and rinse these things using certain types of detergents and cleansers. I didn't want to use those types of chemicals in my process, so I was just very careful in getting the skins off to try and get that off and out of the way after roasting them well. So that's how I'm doing mine. Now, in addition to the beans that I'm going to be chopping up, I'm going to be using some honey to sweeten these, and I'll probably use maybe a few tablespoons of honey. And I've got the cocoa butter here, so I'll basically use the cocoa butter with the beans and the honey. So I'm going to go ahead and chop the beans up, the cocoa beans up, until they become like a nice paste. Alright, got things fairly pasty a bit. Not totally, but enough. Just scraping down the sides here of what's kind of gotten up on the sides. Now I'm going to take the cocoa butter and put that into the chopped up cocoa beans. So, like that. I'm going to get a few tablespoons of butter. I mean the honey, I'm going to talk about butter. So, get a few tablespoons of butter and put that in. Alright, so I got the ingredients in there now. I'm going to basically mix things up to try and make it nice and smooth now. Alright, so I've got things pretty well chopped up. I think it's starting to get kind of hot in there from chopping. So I think I'm going to stop there. These, basically what gets chopped up into the smaller pieces kind of become like little nibs. I will say, basically the best you're going to do is chopping. If you try and like melt it, they won't really melt well. So you have to basically chop them as best you can, and that's what you get. So this is basically what I have now, and I'm going to go ahead and start trying to smooth that out into my chocolate molds. So just going to take care of that. Alright, so I basically got like 3 and maybe 3/4 molds full of chocolate. Basically what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for about an hour. I'll take one of them out. Well, I guess I'll need to take all of them out after an hour because I have to store them. But I'll take them out after an hour, and then we'll do a taste test of one. Alright, so I've given things an hour to cool down in the fridge. So I'm going to go ahead and get this one out of the mold. So let's just peel that one out. Like that there. Let you have a look at that. I guess I can get the other ones out molds too. Alright, so you can get a good look at these. This is the one that had like partial, wasn't fully filled in. You see the other one here. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of break a piece off of this one. You can just see me snap it. Well, it broke over here. Let's see if I can snap it over here. Well, it's coming apart kind of in different places, but it's holding together. It's just, I guess, where my fingers are, it's kind of coming apart in different spots, but the squares come apart, everything's holding together pretty firm. Let's go ahead and do a taste test. So thank God for some homemade chocolate, and definitely let's taste. I'm going to take this square here. Okay, tastes good. It is a darker chocolate. If you wanted like a milk chocolate, you'd have to add like some milk powder to it, mix some of that in to give it more of that milk chocolatiness. I like mine is more of a pure chocolate. So it turned out well. It's not like a brittle type of chocolate, like kind of like your bar candy from the store chocolate. This type, it's got a little more chew to it. But it turned out nice. It tastes good, and you can basically, you know, mix in however you want to do things and you prefer. But with the two different types of chocolate, I think you know, the one with the powder, tons easier than the one with the beans. Tons faster to do the one with the powder, but the one with the beans tastes a lot richer. The one with the beans tastes a lot richer, and so I guess, you know, between the two, I guess I do favor the one with the beans versus the one with the powder, although both are good. So it's really up to you. And with the one with the powder, you know, using like the butter, the consistency is a little more fragile because, you know, as it gets warmer, it's going to melt faster than the one that's made with the beans and a little cocoa butter and you know, some other sweetener. So it's really up to you, but I guess my personal preference is definitely the beans, but the powder is good too, as I said. But I just wanted to make that clear. I do like them, and they did turn out well, but the beans are just a lot of work, so it's a lot of work for that reward. Anyway, nothing in the video is sponsored. There are lots of ways to help the channel in the video description, such as my cookbook, merch, membership, donations, Amazon shop link, pay the same price, help the channel. You can always check out my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. Always lots of nice things there. So with all of that said, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon, and good eating.